What will you do when your money works for you? Welcome to the TechGirl Financial Podcast with your hosts, Victor and Kim Gaxiola. From the home office in California, here is Victor and Kim.
Welcome back to Season 6 of the TechGirl Financial Podcast. We're so excited to be back on the air. And of course, we've had quite an eventful year. But Kim, we've got a whole bunch of great programs to look forward to. What's in store for Season 6?
Oh my gosh, just when I think we've covered everything, there are new ways to cover those same topics.
Or with a different spin.
Absolutely. So we are actually going to bring in a couple of our previous guests in again to talk about their relevance in this phase of the economy that we're in now. And so the reason why we've been so delayed in getting to this Season 6 really has to do with the fact that we've just been super busy with our clients, taking care of them amidst all of the change that has happened in the stock market, with interest rates and, how it pertains to clients and their portfolios.
Yeah, so I want to take this opportunity, and I know I speak for not just Kim, but Christina, Mika, Juanita, Nano, the entire TechGirl Financial team. We want to thank all our clients who might be listening, not only for their patience, support, but really for answering the call, asking great questions, and also being completely understanding in our ability to communicate as much as we can. You know that we are just a phone call or an email away. Do not hesitate to reach out. That's been one of the biggest messages we've been sending throughout the entire year, that one of the biggest values I think we live on here at TechGirl Financial is this approachability. We are here, we are available, and we want to talk to you.
Yes, and we try to be proactive instead of reactive. We want to be out there contacting you before we're waiting for you to have to contact us. Absolutely. And so if you feel like we still need to have another conversation, let's do it.
Yeah, just go to the website and schedule a meeting. It's right there. It attaches directly to our calendar. And now as we start approaching the end of the year, it's a good time to have these conversations because you are finishing up the year, looking backwards, but also, and I think us always, and if you've listened to this podcast long enough, you know that we're very eternal optimists, at least I am, in saying 2023 and beyond, what's it going to look like? What are your concerns? Let's talk about them.
So it's funny that clients always ask me, I'm sure you've been really busy, Kim, addressing all of your clients because a lot of your clients must be really worried about what's going on right now. And it's really interesting. The people that are the most worried are the people that are living through this for the very first time with their own money. Mm-hmm. So younger clients, millennials, most likely, and those clients that are just retiring, that are no longer making an income and having to rely on their portfolios for income. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Those are the two groups of people that are probably the most worried because they're in a different situation or mm-hmm. this is new. Mm-hmm. For the new investor, it's uncomfortable the first time you go through this. And for the newly retired, it's uncomfortable thinking that the market has gone down and this is the money you have to live with for the rest of your life. So it's really interesting. Those are the ones. And the other clients tend to be less nervous. And we've been through this before.
Right.
We've done this and we've gone through it. And their accounts last year were at higher highs. And so, yes, we pull back because not all markets are up. But I am confident that 5 to 10 years from now, we'll have higher highs again.
That's right. And, this year it goes without saying, and we've been communicating this through our newsletter, through our social media posts and the content we share, as well as the conversations that we have with clients throughout the year, that this particular year has had a series of headwinds, chief among them really inflation and, of course, rising interest rates. The good news is that Season 6 is going to be built around how do you weatherproof and how do you protect yourself for different types of markets and different types of headwinds, many of which we've faced, but what's to come, because there's this one big R word, recession, which always gets people a little bit nervous, but it's very likely that we may face a recession in the year to come. And so we want to weatherproof people's portfolios and be prepared to address these issues as they come forward.
Absolutely. So the topics that we're going to discuss this season has to do with all the different types of finances you have, from restricted stock units to 401ks, ESOPs. Those are the things that come to my mind real quickly. But there are a lot of other topics that we can go into, because whereas we spoke about these subjects in the past in a rising market, now we're in a bear market. And so there are different strategies you use for a bear market, and we want to address all of these. So, we are weatherproofing your finances for the current economic environment. That means we should put on a rain jacket or some gloves, some galoshes, an umbrella. You're still going to get wet because you're going to be outside, but you are not going to be soaked to your skin. And that really is what we do for our clients, and make the most. I mean, actually, I love putting on my rain boots and splashing through puddles.
You do.
And so that's my geeky way of saying, there are some really cool strategies out there for rainy weather as well when it comes to your investments and your finances.
Yeah. And I think that what's made this year very challenging is that traditionally, in similar situations, there were typically some safe havens in the financial services space that would provide people some sort of level of either concern or as ballast point, so that if their equities weren't doing very well, you could look at fixed income. Fixed income is going to be okay. Or if fixed income was doing well, you look at, equities aren't doing so great. Well, this past year, there really has been very few, if any, safe havens for people to be able to put their money in. And for those that reverted to cash, well, even cash isn't safe, especially if you're in California, you're paying near $6 to $7 for a gallon of gasoline. Cash isn't going to help you from inflation.
That's right. So stick around and listen to all of the various episodes and see how it pertains to your own finances. I think you'll be very happy to learn new stuff.
Yeah, and it's not just from our perspective and our experience, but as Kim mentioned at the beginning of the program, we're going to be bringing in some subject matter experts, some return guests, people that really are the experts in their space to share their own insights and stories. So we're very excited to really go through, and I'm going to date myself, our own kind of digital Rolodex to find those people and invite them back and bring them onto the show to share their best ideas.
So we have a lot of work to do this season and and all the episodes that we're going to bring to you. And I really look forward to starting out.
Yes, and we'd like you to be part of this as well. So as I always encourage our listeners, if there is a topic, a subject, or a specific guest that you'd love for us to get on the show, please reach out to us. The easiest way is just to go to our website and click contact us, and you can put in there, hey, love to hear about this. We're very early in the season, but we do have an editorial calendar, but we're always welcome and open to new ideas. So we hope that you will share that with us. And as always, you can find the podcast across multiple media servers and the latest and greatest information that we share through our social networking and approved sites on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter and Instagram. So please feel free to check us out on our social networks. So Kim, exciting sixth season, a nice little kickoff. We hope everybody will tune in on the TechGirl Financial podcast and be part of the experience, part of the journey.
Absolutely. And definitely pass it on to all of those who may be interested in this fresh content as well.
That's right. So we'll talk to you soon, and stay tuned for all new episodes coming out on TechGirl Financial Podcast. Thanks for joining us today.
Bye.
If you have questions, comments, or suggestions for future shows, please send an email to victor@techgirlfinancial.com. or join the conversation on Twitter using the hashtag AskTGF. We also encourage you to follow us on the TechGirl Financial page on Facebook and connect with us on LinkedIn.
Securities offered through registered representatives of Cambridge Investment Research Inc., a broker-dealer member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Cambridge Investment Research Advisors, a registered investment advisor. TechGirl Financial and Cambridge Investment Research Inc. are not affiliated companies. Discussions in the show should not be construed as specific recommendations or investment advice. Always consult with your investment professional before making important investment decisions.
Screw